the new year, the Care Living Foundation, and helping caregivers. And Ashley's got a single coming out.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
This month.
Let me ask you about this, because I was really wondering. I think you avoid it to some degree, and maybe you don't. Maybe I got it wrong. I kind of want you to sing at least something of your dad's when you're out there doing something. And I know you want to establish yourself as an artist, but do you kind of maybe avoid a little bit of doing a Glen Campbell song, or you think it's, I don't know.
I like to do Gentle on My Mind because it's how I got my start playing banjo, and I love playing that song. It's by John Hartford, and I do a really fun banjo solo in it, so I do add it to the show, yeah.
Are there any others that you would perform? Have you ever, like Wichita Lineman, which I think they're doing tonight? What are songs that you wouldn't that you would touch? Gentle on My Mind is, that's one of the most famous songs that's ever come out of Nashville. I think it used to win the BMI or ASCAP award for like one of the most plays in history.
Yeah, I'd probably dig more into the deeper cuts. Like I'd consider doing Shattered someday. That's a great one by Jimmy Webb.
I haven't checked this lately, but I would think Glen's streams of people going and searching for songs on like iTunes and things like that. I bet that's been people doing a lot of diggings into album cuts and more discovery.
Yeah, I think people are really, now that he's gone, they're taking time to really think back and appreciate, the great contribution he made to country music, to American music. He was the first crossover artist, so.
Has there been any talk at Capitol of putting out like a duets album again or something like that? Hey, Jack. Is that all secret if there is? They've got so many great things to mind.
We have a little bit of a secret, so,
Secrets.
We got secrets.
Everybody's got secrets.
Yeah.
We have secrets.
I love the duets as much as I love anything. He did with Anne Murray, and he had so many, great things over the years. Bobby Gentry, and just you can go on and on. All right, the Campbells are here. Glen Campbell is a winner tonight. Vocal event of the year. It's great to hear with Willie Nelson. Funny How Time Slips Away. And all you got to do is go to iTunes, put Funny How Time Slips Away. There'll be about 100 versions, but one of the best is Willie and Glen Campbell. Nice to see you guys again. Thank you. Thank you. All righty. Thank you, ladies. All right. How you guys? All of a sudden got crowded here. It was like crickets, and then all of a sudden, kaboom. Well, everybody, that was good. The Campbell family. Who? Oh, okay. I see her. And Jack Ingram, who's a great guy. He's drinking some kind of Spodioti wine. All right, Alex, stay with me here. Get a wider shot of the field. And then we're going to. Somebody just sang Elvira, but I don't know why. Oh, Cam might be playing host. I think she's a host tonight, yeah. Up there, but doesn't help. All of a sudden, we're going to have to. I don't want to stand in front of the camera, but.
I gotta be in someone's way, you know? We can't be all way. Yeah. Oh, man.
I mean, I guess I can disconnect. I mean, Terry.
They said they wanted to do other people.
Just hold this, and I got it. Here. We all we got.
There's Jesse James Decker.
Really? She's pregnant again? Great. Oh, she's going to do. All right, Facebook folks, we're just chasing people left and right and left and right and left and right. I don't know who this is. That's Kip. he doing to go now? Yeah, I got to.
Oh, they just stream it?
Sure, he'll make her. Yeah.
All right, Facebookers, let's see if Mac McAnally's coming over here. He's band leader for Jimmy Buffett. He's going. Go, Jesse. Whoa. All right, yeah, he's been doing great. Well, that's hard for me to do, but yeah, okay. I'll try to get it. I'm going to go, well, what's worse? I'm going to put her right here, get her away from that thing. Ready? When we last saw you, we were shooting skeet.
Oh Lord, I remember that. I think I got one.
Hey, that's all right. That's not
It was
bad.
my first time doing that.
You're pregnant again. Your husband's doing great in football. This last year's been sort of fun for you, hasn't it?
It's been a great year. I can't complain about 2017. It's been good. It's been good.
Do you worry about him when he goes out there and plays, because there's so many people that get hurt and everything. It's a scary business. It has to be for a loved one.
I think luckily in Eric's position, the likelihood of him getting trampled is not as high, luckily, and he's very fast, so I have confidence in how quick-footed he is that I know he can get away.
Run away from those fat guys
Yes.
out there so they don't jump on top of him. Tell me about your new music.
I just released an album a few weeks ago called Southern Girl City Lights, and it debuted at #1 on Billboard Country Charts, so I'm very proud of that. And I'm going to have this baby, and then I will be headlining a tour.
How many babies do you have now?
This is my third.
The third.
Yeah.
How old are they?
I have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Oh, these are baby. They don't even know what daddy does, really, at this point.
They do know what
They
Daddy
do?
does. Anytime we arrive at the stadium, my 2-year-old son yells, "Football, Daddy!" He gets very excited.
What do you get most excited about when you come to these things? I know it's a lot of trouble to dress up and all of that, but is the little girl in you kind of looking around saying, oh, this is really cool?
Yeah, absolutely, every single time. And I think that's what should keep us all humble, is all of us were little kids and did dream about being able to be here on this red carpet and being around all these incredible performers. I just think it's really good to never lose sight of that. But it is exciting. I always pinch myself. I'm very grateful.
And good luck with the baby. And tell your husband, go Titans.
Go Titans. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Jesse James Decker. All right, for those of you watching us in Canada and everywhere else, Terry Clark. I forgot where you're from in Canada. I used to know that.
Medicine Hat, Alberta, Jimmy.
I knew that. It's just down south, on the road almost to Regina, somewhere out there.
No, it's not on the road.
Well, it's down there somewhere. Do you see where today they had 5 people that were caught naked in a car in a wreck south of Edmonton? Does that happen very often? I don't know what you guys do.
Naked. I'm not really sure why that would be, since it's probably freezing there at this point.
It would be freezing.
I don't know what they were doing.
What's going on with Terry Clark Music? I know you're still doing this. We do have a broadcast career going on too.
Yes, I'm still touring a lot, doing tons of shows out on the road, making new music, writing songs. But I had an opportunity the last few years to get into broadcasting and radio, at which I have seized the opportunity. I started out on a morning show, which led me to the show that I'm doing now called Country Gold, which is a show that's basically 80s and 90s country. We play tons of the greatest music from that era, and I interview a lot of our friends in the industry and artists that I've toured with and known over the years. And it's kind of like being a fly on the wall, listening to 2 artists talk about the good old days, and it's a lot of fun, you know, and catching up with what they're doing now. And it's just turned into this great thing, and it's growing every week. We're on 130 stations across the U.S. and a couple in Canada. Edmonton's one of them, bringing up Edmonton. And, you know, people are just really digging it, because I find 90s country's making this resurgence. A lot of the artists nominated tonight were listening to us in the 90s and all the people that we play on the show. So
on your show with Country Gold, who is it that you've gotten all excited about getting able to spend a little time with?
Dolly Parton.
Oh, my God.
Doesn't get much bigger than that.
No.
So
She makes us all look good, doesn't she? She makes everything look so easy, and it just, the room rises when you find somebody like that around.
Absolutely. She's a very special person, and it was an honor just to be in her presence, and trying to hold it together to interview her was, you know, I mean, it's intimidating, right? She's Dolly Parton, but I got my picture with her, and I got her to autograph it, so I have a little keepsake.
She's such a strange lady in the way. You know, she doesn't fax. I mean, she does fax. I've gotten faxes from her. Those long nails she does in the morning herself. I mean, she's still a fascinating person. I'm always her cheerleader. I think she's one of the smartest business people and one of the smartest country music artists ever.
Absolutely, and she's an entrepreneur. Like, just when you talk to her, you know somebody's just really savvy. You can see in her eyes her wheels are turning, and she's passionate and excited about everything she's doing, from her charities to her business ventures and music.
It's so funny. People always talk about, you know, girl power in Hollywood and this and that and the other. Women have run this town since the beginning. The most powerful artist, you can say it's Cash and Waylon. It's been Loretta. You know, it's been Barbara Mandrell.
Reba.
It's been Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
It's been Reba. How do you get more powerful than those ladies?
That's true. That's true. They set the bar high. Those ladies, very high. Yes.
All right, this is a pretty lady too, Terry Clark. Last time I saw her on a bus was with Anita Cochran.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we were.
We were in Craven, Saskatchewan, and
Yeah.
Sammy Kershaw was there too. We
That
were
was
all
the
hanging
Mud Bowl.
out.
That's where all the
It
mud
was. Yes, absolutely.
You never know where Terry's going to pop up. Bye, world. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Oh, there's Mac. He appeared. My God, come on in. Come on in. I thought I saw you down there, then I saw you leave. All right, here we go. With me, Mac McAnally. He's an artist in his own right. He's technically the band leader. How do you refer to your position with Mr. Buffett?
I'm a lucky son of a gun with a guitar is what I am with the Coral Reefer Band. That's it. Jimmy calls me the token Baptist in the band, but yeah.
And you guys are playing here New Year's Eve this year.
We are playing here New Year's Eve, and pretty excited about that. And we got a hurricane benefit in Tallahassee next week with Kenny Chesney and Toby and Jimmy and Jake Owen. That's going to be a big deal too.
There is a set list, right, for Buffett? Is it somewhat? It appears like he's making it up as he goes along, but it's really pretty organized, isn't it?
We organize a set list from which he departs pretty quickly, and he's one of the best in the world at reading an audience, you know. So sometimes we stick to it if we get it right, but he can look at the audience and say we need to go here instead, and he's really good about it, you know. So
does the band pretty much know a lot more songs than you play on a given night? Because he's liable to, if he got in the mood to, like Billy Joel. Billy Joel goes into some crazy places. You know, with his band, they got to be ready for anything.
You have to be light on your feet to be a Coral Reefer, and we enjoy that. It keeps the blood flowing. It really is good.
Aren't you still amazed looking at that crowd though, of the parrot heads and all that? You've got to sometimes be distracted by that.
They're a better show than we are on many nights, you know. But the fact that it's still a big rolling ball of goodwill after 40 some odd years is a wonderful thing to be part of. It is.
And it is probably fun music to play, isn't it? Because it's all pretty much up tempo. There's no sadness going on in a Jimmy Buffett set.
No, it's pretty happy. You know, people know they're going to enjoy themselves, and everybody gets to be themselves. You know, we got island guys, we got steel drums, we got steel guitars. All these things come together, and they make a pretty unique band. We're the only band I know that has steel drums and steel guitars.
I'm feeling the wind almost through my hair, if I still had some. All right, you want to see Mac? I know you can see him somewhere before that, but New Year's Eve at the Bridgestone Arena with an opening act is fun too. Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis does an amazing job still. He's awesome.
I love that music that he does, so that's a roaring show that night. All right, good to see you. And
thanks,
you're a CMA winner for, what are you doing tonight?
I'm nominated for Musician of the Year again, which they're about to give away here in a sec, so I should probably go that way.
I guess you probably should. Mike McAnally,
always
great guitar player. All right, good to see you, son. Bye-bye. All right, played the Opry when last week? Are you playing this? Oh my goodness, you hadn't done that yet. Oh my, what are your thoughts about that?
I'm so excited. I mean, to be able to finally come to fruition, and that's like tip top of my country music bucket list.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to do 2 songs off my new project that's coming out. One's a tribute to Garth Brooks, and then one's another song called To Go With the Whiskey. So.
Did you have to talk to somebody about that, or did you have a choice in what you did, or they just said go out there and do 2 songs?
We actually did a poll on social media, so I let the fans decide, and those were the 2 songs that everybody wanted to hear. So,
don't eat lunch, drink a lot of water, because it is. I mean, Connie Smith was here tonight.
Oh, great! She's gonna be
and I said, do you still? She said she still gets nervous and she still gets butterflies because it's a very voodoo special place.
Absolutely right. I got to perform on the Ryman stage with George Jones right before he passed away, and to be able to share the same floor with all of the icons that have been there way before me, it's that haunting feeling that they're all with you, and that's what I love about it.
Good luck on Friday night.
Thanks.
And if you guys want to watch that, Opry.com, I'm pretty sure streaming it, 660 AM WSM as well. Good to see you. We'll be listening.
Thanks, sir.
I love to listen to it on the radio. All right. We did it. We already did it. Talking to the world anyway, so let's talk again. The world is here listening. Who did Chris Janson listen to with your first memory as an artist, as a little kid, when you were little Chris? Who was your record player playing, or your CD?
A gospel group called the McCameys, and a country and western singer named Hank Williams Jr.
You like Junior stuff, huh?
Yeah.
You ever met him?
Yes, we have hunted many times together, and we've toured 2 years together.
Hank Jr.'s a trip. You go down to Troy. Where'd you go hunting?
Yeah, we've been to Troy. We've been to Paris, Tennessee. We've been a lot of places together. We've had a lot of good times and a lot of great memories.
Did you go Civil War artifact looking? He likes to do that.
He bought me my first metal detector.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he sure did. I still do it to this day. I was already into it at that point, and so we had a common bond there.
Now, this is scary. You're married to somebody who has a common bond with Hank Jr.
Yeah, only the music, I hope.
Well, hey, I tell you this. I have a lot of common bonds with a lot of people.
I like Junior. He's as dangerous as a stick of dynamite because you don't know what mood he's going to go off in. But I've always found him so complicated and very interesting. And no one has. I like him when he does his up-tempo stuff a lot.
Yeah.
When he channels the older stuff, in the slow stuff, not so much. But he likes that blues and all that, Greenville, Alabama stuff.
We are both songwriters. We come from the same cloth as far as that's concerned. And so, he was a big inspiration as far as my songwriting was concerned at a young age and when I started and still now. And so I appreciate people who keep it country, and he always did. And, country boys can survive.
And they've never improved on the Monday night football theme. I don't care what they've tried to do on Sunday night or anything else. There is no better thing than all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
Yeah, hey, catch up on the blue jeans, baby. It's my brother-in-law, Kelly's brother-in-law, and I. We sit on the back porch and we smoke cigars and we listen to Whiskey on Ice, Women on Fire. We listen to a lot of Waylon records, and we listen to a lot of music together. That's one of the people I listen to music with, and Shane, and we have a good time. I just love country music, man. I've always really enjoyed it, and Southern gospel comes from that. It's all kind of one and the same to me, but that's what I grew up on.
I mean, do you have weird people that you like? I mean, would you get off into album cuts by... I was talking to Glenn Campbell's wife about it tonight, and Jerry Reed's here. There's a song called Today Is Mine. It was written by Jerry Hubbard, which is really Jerry Reed's name, and it's on a Glenn Campbell album. They went so much care in picking those songs in the old days, on a Glenn Campbell album, because only the best made it on there. And there's so many lost album cuts that artists have on albums that could have been singles, but they were too hot or whatever the deal is.
Oh, buddy. Tell me about it. I'm going to tell you, making records myself and being on my sophomore album, I've got songs in there that I know will never see the light of day on radio. I know probably for a fact they won't. But the point is there's some of my favorite songs, right? Because you can only, you can cut a lot of songs, but there's only so many you can put out to the, to the media and to the press and to socials and to radio and to television or whatever outlet you want to put it out at. The bottom line is there's a lot of great songs that get lost, but that's the beauty of listening to albums. If you listen all the way through them and you whether you're streaming them, whether you're downloading them, it doesn't matter. Whether you're just listening to an old school, the bottom line is you can find really good diamonds in the rough. I mean, one of my favorites, you speaking of Hank Jr., was off, the New South record was like one of my favorites. And anything between Waylon and Billy Joe Schaefer, he's the same way. Guys like us. But the bottom line is, you got to be a learner. I'm a student of songwriting, and that's how I would answer that. I'm about 75% in at this point. When I'm Songwriter of the Year, I'll say I'm there. I'm 100%.
Well, you play them for your crowds, and
I
you
do.
let your fans dictate a lot.
No, I honestly do. I do. She's right. I've tested them for her first, and that's my first meter right there. If they're cool, then I'm like, yes. And if
we passed the crap meter, they've gone that far, right?
Yeah, right. I'm like, never mind. They're golden. They're golden.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun because I know that
Thanks, brother.
it's not like making a custom car every time.
No, it's not. It's not. It's
right.
actually.
You played with Hank Jr. on LP Field 2 years ago.
Yes, I sure did.
All my rowdy friends. Truck, yeah.
Yeah,
Truck, yeah. I can't help it. I have to say truck, yeah.
Every time.
Hey, that's right. Hey. I don't know what that was.
Old Jansen would do that every time.
It wasn't Jansen. I think it was some other lady who kissed it or something.
Uh-oh.
Tell me about your last year, because you've been out there politicking and recording and
Of course
trying to
we
get your
have.
records played.
It has been a whirlwind of a blessing of a past 2 years, man. Between our debut album coming out, us releasing our first single off of that and it going #1, and now we're on our third single, which is the title track off of the record, Vinyl. Man, I'm in a great spot, man. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually.
And you're singing traditional, pretty much country, right?
What I like to call, for sure. Yeah, I like to call it traditional style. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, George Strait traditional. I can't ever get enough George Strait.
I grew up on that stuff, man. George Jones, Merle Haggard, Keith Whitley, Mark Chestnut. I saw Tracy Lawrence here. I'm a huge fan of his. Man, it's awesome to be here, man. This is my second year, just my second year on the CMA's red carpet, and the butterflies are here, the anxiousness, the nervousness, everything is here, man.
Minnie Pearl just said sometimes I'm just glad to be here.
I'm just glad to be here. I am, man. This is such a blessing to be surrounded by all the people that I support and love, and the people that support and love me as well.
All right, good to see you again.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you. All right.
Be safe, brother.
All right, there goes Tracy. In fact, you just said it. He just went by. Yes, I will. It'll require me to go to the bathroom, but I'm going to hold off on it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right. There comes Granger Smith. I don't know where we are. I haven't been listening. You've been calling station, or what are we doing? Okay. I don't know. I'm getting nothing. Is your IFB quiet?
They're talking. They were just talking.
I don't hear a thing. Do you hear anything?
Not right now. They were
Okay,
just
good.
talking.
That's what I want to. Okay. I've had mine off. I can't talk and
You hear
listen to them.
something right
too. No. Hold on. Hold on. I am now. I hear a commercial. Yeah. But we have no idea what the plan is because I need to keep going or try to find somebody or what. I mean, we're not.
They were going to let me know. I still haven't heard anything.
I'm not going to worry about it then. Oh, here comes something interesting. Hold on. I'm going to let you hold this for a second. We're going to get. Hey, Derek, Alex. I know people are watching us in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and Derek Walker is watching. Say hello to Derek.
Hello, Derek.
Okay, anyway, that's your friend Doug. We just wanted to let you say hello. I'm sure that thrilled him. Well, who have you seen on the red carpet? There's Ashley Gorley.
Are you taking Brad's dad?
No.
Wait, you're a fan of
I told him we were at that point.
Yeah.
They're having a good time outdoors. You know, but watching people coming in.
Yeah.
But they don't want to come here.
Well, we got more for you.
All right, good.
Let's do that really fast. Yeah.
Nice to see you again. Sorry.
Awesome.
As long as you don't ask me about what underwear I wear.
I promise I will not.
Well, he's on Channel 5. On the plane. Michelle running this thing.
I just talked to Michelle, so I don't.
Where was she?
I just called the desk and asked for her.
Hey, I'm just not hearing anything. Are we skipping us? Are we doing us? Or I need to find somebody? Or what's happening? Well, Alex has been sitting here. I mean, he's supposed to be listening to me. I can't interview and talk all at the same time. That's the problem. You have to have two. I mean, one thing is fun if you skip it. I know you're wrong. But if you've already skipped it, all right, we're going to consider we're off then. Okay, we're going to keep doing Facebook. All right. See, this is crazy. We don't even, I mean, it isn't worth putting on TV, but I could have had some fun. They're not even going to put it on TV. So we put it on television. One time at 5 o'clock, and that's
They're not putting in the 6?
No.
What?
They're only doing 30 minutes.
Oh, Titan tonight.
Titan tonight, but, you know, they're just doing the outdoor stuff. That's all. I mean, I don't care. I wouldn't do it. But really, it's mostly been shit.
Well, I mean, we
not a.
Are they coming back through, or is that closed? No, I'm just saying at least we can break down between 7 and 12.
I know that's what you want to do, but we can't do that. Make it a little bit. I want to be out on the street with bad eyes and everything else. It's really nice. For the Facebook purposes only, here comes Kane Brown.
Where's he at?
Kane Brown right here coming. Just take a picture of him. He's going to sing on the show with Brad Paisley tonight. He's coming to interview Cam probably. There's Lindsay L., the one in the red dress there, the blonde, if you can see her, right here. You see that, Alex? We're getting the photography, Alex. The red dress there, that's Lindsay L., who's really a great, great, great guitar player. All right.
Jesse. Ashley.
What's up? Which song of the year? Which is the?
Dirt on my boots.
Oh yeah, John Party.
Yes,
There's too many songs of the year. You got songs of the year. Like growing out of trees. All right, let's talk about that song in that session. Was that painful? Or like some songs, that's like going to the dentist sometimes, though, isn't it?
No, this was a good one. It was free and easy. It was an early one, though, a rare early morning songwriting session. It's from 7:30 or 8.
We all had to write at 11. We started at 7:30. Red comes in with these boots on he's wearing right now, and the rest is history.
I know Red will tell me the truth. I don't know about you guys so much. I've known him a long time. I hear this guy's real serious in the songwriting. I mean, you got to be serious. It's serious work. But he's really kind of stoic and serious. Is that true?
Is this Ashley? No, man. Ashley's the life of the party, man. He keeps it going. Like
it makes you work.
Ashley's fast, man, and he also writes about 5 songs a day. So you got to get it done within 15 minutes. But no, Ashley's kind of the anytime it stalls out, you know, it's like, well, we're kind of getting in a bog. Ashley will get on the piano or just change the little melody, and we get back going again. He's really the spark that keeps it
Are you
rolling.
the music man or are you the words man mostly?
Whatever it's called for. But a little, both at the same time, but I mean, I love melodies, so.
You write on the piano as opposed to guitar or whatever else?
Yeah, I like working on the piano. Sometimes guitar. Sometimes Jay Frey makes a fly track for us to write to. But I mean, I love just keeping it going, whatever it calls for.
This particular song, Jesse already had the music written. He had it already built, and we got there and he started playing it, and we just started adding lyrics on top of it.
Is that easier or harder? Depends.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just cool to sit there with a guitar or piano and come up with something. But it's sometimes you hear that track, you know how it's going to sound, and it's like it inspires.
Sometimes does the title come later, or sometimes
feeling to this country anthem. The bridge feels like rock guitars.
Great. Yeah, he really did great on this one.
Is it still kind of fun to hear your song on the radio after you watched it, wherever it was, 18 months sometimes before, maybe a year, and then all of a sudden you kind of hear it and it's all of a sudden on a radio station? That's cool.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, coolest feeling. Love it.
That's the whole reason that you moved to town. It's because, you know, you're in the back of your mom's station wagon in 3rd grade, and Country Boy Can't Survive comes on the radio, and you're like, I want to do that. I want to be on the radio. Yeah.
All right, you guys doing great. Write some more.
Good to see you,
But
sir.
better watch him. He'll make you write them before the end of the day. He's already written one while we're here.
I know, yeah. I read your stuff all the time on Facebook, man. Yeah.
Oh, Facebook.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you know everything's going to happen before it happens. Or you got the inside scoop. All right, good job. We're not ignoring you, Facebook. We're here. Those guys were great, by the way. Those 3 are the hottest songwriters in the world. And we're seeing what's coming down. Kane Brown is not too far. We might stop and see if he can talk to us still. It's getting kind of late, though. Show's going to start up here pretty soon, 6:30. See, now it's taken 45 minutes. These people came in here almost an hour ago, 45 minutes, and they're just now getting down to us. So.
this is really
Where are they?
right after Prudential Institute.
Oh yeah, he's presenting. Sick as hell, man. Big son bitch. That's his
This is him. Oh, never mind.
I'm going to do this quick interview with Alex. Y'all are late for dinner? We're late for the show? We're getting all the traffic now. Well, for those of you, no, I'm good. For those of you listening to me on radio, I told you that this year was not going to be good. I didn't think any of the major stars would be walking, and they're certainly not going to walk a carpet that's 110 yards long. They don't have time, and this takes well over an hour if you were trying to do everybody, and you don't want to cut people out, so it gets very difficult. And all these people are trying to get to the show. Oh, there's a girl from High School Musical. Or Glee. No, it was Glee. Lee Michelle. I'm a big fan. Although she just came by. Keep your eyes open, Alex. There's a lot of people. We missed several people that come by that I didn't know left.
I can only shoot so much. I literally.
All right. Well, at least follow what's coming in front of the camera. That's all. I'm going to try to get Megan here. Megan? Megan? Can you go ask real quick? There's Hunter sneaking through. Hunter Hayden sneaking through. Look at him sneaking around. Real quick. Go back in time. And remember little Megan.
Yeah, little
when she
Megan.
was like 7 or 8 years old,
Yeah.
probably watching this show on television.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you got to not be cool and say, I just can't believe I'm here.
Oh, all the time. I have all these pinch me moments all the time. I'm not afraid to not be cool. So I got really excited when I heard Pink was going to be here tonight.
Ooh, that's
so
cool.
I've been fangirling all night about that.
Who were you a fangirl of when you were 7 and 8? Who were you watching on television just dreaming you might be able to meet at some point?
Oh my gosh, Tanya Tucker was a big one for me. Dolly Parton. I've met Tanya. I haven't met Dolly, so I'm still working on that. But there's just so many amazing women in country music that I've looked up to my whole life, and Reba is definitely one of those too. So.
You know, we were going back before our time. This town has been. This show was created by Joe Walker Medder.
Yeah.
Loretta Lynn is certainly one of the most powerful songwriters that's ever been in this town. She pushed the envelope with subject matter and everything else. So girl power is not something that's alien to Nashville. I think some people sometimes thinks it is, but it's not really.
No, we got each other's backs, you know. I have a good group of girlfriends that are on the red carpet here tonight, and we try to encourage each other and empower each other, and we get excited when the other one puts out music, and so.
You say you met Dolly?
I haven't met Dolly.
Oh, you had? Oh, yeah, that's on your bucket list.
I met Tanya, but I haven't met Dolly.
Oh, Dolly's on the bucket list. Then.
Dolly's on the bucket list. I need to meet Dolly next.
You think you'll be able to be cool?
No, I would not be cool with Dolly.
No, she is a force. Isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to see you,
Good
Megan.
to see you
Good.
too.
Oh, it's pretty nail. Look at all that.
Oh yeah,
She's
I got my
looking-
nails.
Go.
Got fun stuff in my hair.
Oh, I know. It's just too much. All right.
Bling,
Bling, bling. There's Keith. Here, get Keith. Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes. Keith is running. Keith is running. You got to open the show. I do. Alabama's coming. There's Brett Eldridge. We might get him. He may stop. I gotta look at you real quick. Just look at him, ladies and gentlemen. Is this a sharp dressed man? I love this fellow or what? I'm telling you. All right. Good luck, Brett. He's looking good. Look at all the birds that fly by now. Look at Chris Young's clothes. He's wearing some black paisley thing. Alex, I know she's running. She's getting to play. She looks beautiful. All right. No, it's always happened. That's what I'm saying.
Father of the bride.
I've told them forever. It's 6:40. It all happened. If I was live, I could have pulled it. Here comes Randy. I'm not going to move it. Kara? Of course, yeah. I declare this done. Let's say goodbye. Okay. Tell them to cut it off. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. They're going in. It's 6:45. The red carpet is closed. We got some interesting stuff here toward the end.
Goodbye, everybody out there. And don't forget, if you're in the Western time zones, do not listen to social media from now on, because they're going to tell you everything that's on the show, and it's going to spoil it for you when you do get to watch it at 8 o'clock Pacific time on ABC. Bye. Wasn't televised. Eddie Arnold was the first Entertainer of the Year. He's gone now, Country Music Hall of Famer, and he won. And then the next year, NBC thought that they ought to tape it. And so they taped it and ran it back in a couple of weeks later. And Locash is going to do a little something for Facebook here. Anyway, so they did it, and it worked out pretty good. And NBC kept the show for a couple of years, like 69, 70, maybe 71. And then I think CBS realized what they had, and they bid pretty big money, and CBS and CMA jumped over to CBS, where they were partners with them for many years until I think somewhere around 2005 or 6, and that's when ABC took over, and it's been there ever since. And CBS has been angry ever since. They have, because I was on a CBS radio station, and we were told we could not talk about the CMA. So they lost something, and CBS will never lose the Grammys. They've got long-term deals with that. Everybody would like that show. CBS has it. CBS has a really long-term deal with the Tonys. NBC, keeps the long-term deals going with the Olympics. ABC created their own shows. They created the American Music Awards and created one other one beside the American Music Awards. That's the one they did for, the Golden Globes was NBC, because they knew they were never going to get the Academy Awards away from ABC and the Grammys away from CBS, so people kind of create their own thing. NBC affiliated with the Academy of Country Music to televise their show. I think CBS has it now, so that's their toe back into the country music world. So this is competitive. The business has gone from being maybe $1 million business to a multi-billion-dollar business now, so it's a whole lot different in 51 years. And you can see Connie Smith across the road over there interviewing with someone from the Grand Ole Opry. Grand Ole Opry has stepped up. They're really into social media now, the oldest radio show in the country. They do a lot of social media. They do a lot of Twitter. If you don't follow them on Twitter or Facebook, you're missing out, because they're very good. And they don't like you shooting in the house. If you go and visit the Opry and you shoot some home video, they don't like that very much. So you have to kind of watch them. They want to be their own folks. Connie Smith, member of the Country Music Hall of Fame. Once a Day was her song that sold a lot of copies. I'm trying to see if I see anybody down the road. We know Tracy Lawrence maybe down there, 50 yards away, but it's hard to say. Connie over here. Got to work your way down the carpet. Don't forget about 509 or whatever it is. Be up on that. I think it's just a look, though. I think it's just a stand in a box or something. Now, here's one of those things, folks, that we got to stand and look, and I probably will have to do that pretty soon. I'm not hearing anything coming from the station. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I had the volume down. Let me know, Kirby, when we need to stand in front of the camera. Okay. 20 seconds live look. All right, folks on Facebook, I'm going to have to sit here and just look. So I'm not talking to you. I'm just looking for television. Oh, you want a live look, not me in it. Okay, yeah. Go down past it. I didn't know that was what you wanted. Thank you. All right. Yeah, we always talk about styles and fashion. The reporters are certainly looking lovely this year. The guys in their usual either straight tie or a bow tie. Say what the most people don't ramp it up and do the full tuxedo, but why not? How many times? The last time I did this was my daughter's wedding. He's going to come over here. Stand by, Alex. We're going to do this for the world. Record it, and we'll just see what.
That's what I said.
Now that is something coming down the road. I don't know what that is. What is this coming down? This thing? It's a bearded guy in a sparkly suit. He's drinking a glass of something. Oh, I don't know what that is. You see him? You got him on radar? Because I got him. See the guy? He's drinking. I don't know who that is. And then I don't know who that is, just took off in the other direction. See? They're going in the other direction. See that?
Is that Uncle Si from Duck Dynasty?
It is. I think it is. We could be on Jeopardy. We think we're going to have Uncle Sky or whatever. I have my picture made with him somewhere from Duck Dynasty. I think he's one of my radio listeners in Monroe, so we'll see. Yep, I run into him. We did some special. I have my picture made with him. It's Uncle, what is it, Sly? Kara. It's Uncle what? Is it? Look it up on, it's
Now, one year, though, I will say one year, some group was coming down the carpet, and we thought it was Cheap Trick or something. Who'd we think it was? I don't know. But we got the whole wrong, so believe me, we can be wrong. Huh? Oh, Terry's down there? She's tall, hard to miss. I don't see her. I see a guy in a black hat. Hadn't seen her yet. All right, Connie Smith, member of the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Grand Ole Opry, is with me. Do you remember the first CMA show that you went to?
Well, I think I was voted most promising. The first one I ever went to was when in 1964.
Wow. I was trying to think of, because they had, there was a banquet, and they, you know, it wasn't all this big hoopla back then, was it? Wasn't it just kind of like in a hotel room, hotel lobby, or in a hotel ballroom?
I'm not sure, because back then you'd get them mixed up. But it's been quite a while. It was fun though.
I know it was. It was probably a little bit looser than it is today too, wasn't it?
Well, you know, Joe Walker Metter was always there, and Francis Preston was always there, and they knew how to do things right.
I love to hear those names, because that's when I came. I knew all those fine ladies that really, you know, you talk about girl power. Country music, as boy related as it is, thanks to Minnie Pearl and Patsy Cline and you and some of these other ladies, it's always been a lot of powerful women in country music.
Well, we're mamas and we're friends, and we love to love people, and to me that's what the business is about. It's just giving back the love that they give us, and the more love. I've always told the audience, you have no idea how much this show belongs to you. The more they respond, the better we get.
It still has to be a rush going out there on that Grand Ole Opry stage. How many thousands of times you've done it. Look at that audience and see that barn behind you. It's still cool, isn't it?
It is. I've been a member for 52 years, and I still get nervous, and I still pray, Lord, let me be who I really am when I go out there, and let me love them. And
do you ever see ghosts there? I think of ghosts. I see little Jimmy Dickens every time I go in that building.
And Marty Robbins, yes, there's so many great ones, and I loved every one of them. I was there in the 60s, and where so many that we've lost, you know, were there. So, and
it's so different being there in the Ryman, though. It's such a completely different animal when the Opry is there versus the Opry. I love it at the Opry House, but that's, to me, is vanilla and chocolate ice cream.
Well, it was more intimate when we were there, especially. I was there my first 5 years before we moved to the Opry House, and it was like moving into a new house. It didn't feel like home for a while. It's become home, but it's still wonderful in the wintertime like now. Between November the 1st and February the 1st, we're back at the Ryman with the Grand Ole Opry.
Did you ever get caught up in going to Tootsie's and all that stuff? Because you had, you know, that was the hardest part. You guys had no place to go between shows. What did you do?
Just visited with everybody. No, I never went to Tootsie's. I think the first time I ever went through Tootsie's was when I first came to town in March of '64. I was going to do the Ernest Tubb record shop, and I got to go to the Opry first, and so Ernest Tubbs, Take It Away, Leon Rhodes, took me from the Opry House through Tootsie's because I was scared to go through it.
I bet.
Yeah.
I know there was I think Amy Grant and somebody had a famous song called "If These Walls Could Talk." I don't know if we need to have these walls talking in some of these places in Nashville, do we?
I don't believe I'd want to read that book.
All right, we'll leave you alone. I can't believe the Opry's gone high tech over here. They're on the internet, everything too, aren't they?
They are. Yeah.
You got to be tweeting. Day. You'll be tweeting and Facebooking and doing everything before it's over.
I'm not sure. I just learned how to vote for the CMAs on my iPhone, so I'm getting there.
There's no telling where that vote went. It might have gone to Poland. All right, I just didn't want to tell you. All right, Connie Smith, she's one of the great ones. Thank you. All right.
Red carpet. She's the first lady. Start out at the top. All right. All right, let's see what's. I don't know who these people are. Anybody coming? We seen anybody, Kara? Where?
Do you see those two tall guys right there? Like diagonal from us? I don't know who they are. I'll go try to figure that out.
It's interesting that we're not. Used to be all roped in where we couldn't go out and do any investigating, but Uncle Si is there. We definitely. I don't know who's talking to him for so long. But anyway, you folks at home or wherever you are, if you're watching on your mobile device in traffic or whatever, you know, it just, there's Uncle Si there. No, we don't know if he's going to come or not. Yeah, it is him. You can go down there and lobby for us. Tell him we need to have him up here because he may not come here by nature.
Okay.
Go. Tell him we want him. Yeah, y'all go get Uncle Si and bring him back. I've sent my troops. They're going to go and see if we can get them to come down here. They better hurry, though. Oh, no, he's going away. Yeah. See, I think that's going to be, we're so far down here on this tributary of the Mississippi River, we got to get people to go get people to come back. And we've sent 2 of our people to go down there and see if they're going to have any luck of bringing him down. And I see some other group of young men coming down the hall. See, my folks have got to be brave and they got to be bold. They can't be timid. You got to go down there and get those people. Everybody's doing selfies. I don't know who this group is. Let's see. That's one thing we've noticed in country music. The groups are back. There's Midland and there's Old Dominion and there's, I can't remember all of them, but there's a lot. All right, let's see what's happening here. Okay, I think we are going to get Uncle Si. All right, my troops have been successful. They have acquired Uncle Sly from Duck Dynasty. He's on his way. Well, he got stuck, but let's see what happened. Something may have happened. He's coming. He's got to work his way here. Okay. It is Uncle Sly? Uncle Si? Where did he go? I lost him. I don't see him.
He went to talk to somebody. Oh, he's right there.
This is a. Three minutes from what? What are we doing in 3 minutes? What are we doing in 3 minutes, Kirby? Just a look? Okay, that's all right. All right, so this is a regular. Till we go on. And then the whole segment. I don't know if I need that long. Okay. Okay, in 1 minute and a half. All right, well, we're down here at the end of the tributary, so unless Uncle Si wants to come up here real quick. Kara, we got about 3 minutes. There's no way he's going to make it that fast. Well, it looks like Alex will probably be doing the straight live real quick because there's sure nobody down here. I mean, Uncle Si would be fun, but I just don't think, I don't have anybody who can go get him. I can't unplug. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. We can. It's not easy because we don't have control of who's standing in front of it, but I'll get out of the way. I mean, it's crowded in a weird way. We're at the very end. We're at the end of 110 yards worth of red carpet, so that's what the deal is. Damn it. See, Uncle Si, we could get him on quick, but it's just, we need to have somebody down there. That's what we need. Oh, he's too. Liz, I mean, seriously, somebody go down there. Liz, can you go get him? You can go. Here, come here. Get Uncle Si and tell him we need him on the air like in 1 minute. That's the guy in the beard right there. We need him right now live. All right. Hopefully we'll get him. 1 minute out. Oh, hell. Well, I don't think that has much chance of happening. See, that's what we got to, we don't have no producers here. We won't be talking to anybody because I don't think he's going to make it. So it'll be straight live, I think, unless he comes up. What do you want to do? Come up? All right. And there's just, red carpet really, it doesn't have anybody down here yet. Who's introducing me? Tracy and Joe again? I guess. Okay. I almost wish your camera was right there. Here we go. I haven't seen anybody because we're at it's 110 yards long to the very end of the red carpet. They go in down there and they have to work their way here. So it takes about 45 minutes to go from the top end to the back end if you're going to do it. So that's, you'll see this, by the way, on WSMV.com. We're streaming it live and on our Facebook site as well. Uncle Si from Duck Dynasty is about 10 people down the road, and it's just the way it is. Now, over here is a big party for General Motors, so that's the last thing that we have on this end of the red carpet. Over in the Bridgestone, there's wrapping up the practice, getting ready to start the show in about 90 minutes. It begins with a We Are the World kind of segment, and there are going to be a lot of, not surprises, but things you would expect, Glenn Campbell and other kinds of salutes. So we're here. Yes, we will have the stars, but it'll just take a little while. You can watch it whenever you want to on Facebook, WSMV, or at WSMV.com. Okay, thank you. We're back to you, Facebook people. So you run the times that we're into here. It's just, we can't move around. You can't run around and chase people. So you have to take whoever shows up. And Cam, who is very nice. Alex, kind of stay with us here. Take a look at Cam over there. Cam, take a picture of her. You need to follow the action, please. That's the blonde. She was hosting some type of pre-award show, and I think she's over here talking to one of the blogs of country music. Now, Uncle Si is making his way to us, so Alex, get ready for Uncle Si, and you guys can get him next. Which side do I do it on? I think I'll do it on this side. Okay? I'm going to do it right. There's Uncle Si. Let's find out what's going on with Uncle Si. What brings you here?
Well, I've actually got a band.
Really?
Yeah, Uncle Si and the Psychotics. Okay, we've actually recorded some music. Okay, 6 songs. Okay, that's going to be released right around the corner.
Is this country? What kind of music is this?
No, this would be country and western, little Jerry Reed, Ray Stevens all mixed in with a little rap, with a pop, and a little country.
It sounds wild. You know, one thing you teach in broadcasting school, you never let them steal your microphone. If they do that, they'll plead for money and everything. You got it. No, you got it. I got it. So anyway, what got you into, you've always been a musician, sort of?
No, I've always loved, you know, like most artists start in church.
Okay.
Okay, same with me. Okay, I started singing in church, but I love all music. Okay, and I'm old school. Okay, the guy that is my hero is George Jones. He's written the only country song that no one will ever top it. Okay, He Stopped Loving Her Today. Okay, and nobody can sing it better than George. Okay.
So do you guys do cover songs, or you doing original material?
We've got 6 original ones, but we do cover songs. One of them is George Jones, He Stopped Loving Her.
That's a hard song.
Yeah, and I love it.
You do any Merle?
I do a little bit of Merle Haggard, too. Matter of fact, me and Ben Haggard are doing an event in Weber City, Virginia. Coming up here the 18th. Me and my band's going up there.
How are the Duck Dynasty people doing these days? Give me a little family update.
Well, they're like quail. We scatter in every direction. I keep coming to Nashville, okay? Sadie's in Nashville. Reed Robertson is in Nashville, okay? So Nashville's drawing a bunch of the Robertsons.
Now, one of them recently did a kind of a lovey-dovey music video with some big star. Was it Brett Eldridge or somebody like that?
Okay,
Sadie?
That was Sadie. I haven't heard that yet.
Okay, well, I know she's doing some romantic stuff on that video and looks good, so I guess she wants to be an actress.
Well, hey, she's already Hallmark's done one film with her. Okay, so.
You guys are like quail. You are just all over the place.
Oh, no, we're all over the map.
All right, so he lives in Monroe, Louisiana. You might run into the airport. You might run. What's the band name, by the way?
Uncle Si and the Psychotics.
Uncle Si and the Psychotics coming to it.
Yeah, you can look us up on Facebook, Twitter, all that, you know, Instagram, all that technology stuff.
All right, just put in Uncle Si in Google, and I guarantee you he'll pop up. Watch out for your Google.
Thank
all
you,
right, sir. Thank you. All right, Uncle Si. All righty. Well, that was Connie Smith and Uncle Si. I tell you, I got up this morning, and I never know I was doing either one of those. Sedina Reed is here. There's Sedina Reed. This is Jerry Reed's daughter, Sedina. Well, Sedina, hello. While we're here, you're on camera.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, good to see you.
You had a good time at the induction ceremony for your dad the other night?
I had a wonderful time, yes.
I did. Who was it? I was some songwriter, one of these big hot songwriters. And I just told him the other day, I said, when you're hot, you're hot. And when you're not, you're not. And I don't even know if he knew the song, but I said, you should.
There you go. Absolutely.
What's your favorite song of your dad's that we would know? I know there was one called Today Is Mine that nobody knows. It was written by Jerry Hubbard, and it was on a Glenn Campbell album. And it's one of my favorites. It's a great Capitol Records, great song. In fact, speaking of Glenn Campbell, there they go right there. Okay. There went Kim and Ashley.
Wow.
Glenn's widow, and I don't know where they're headed, but they just blew past us. But anyway, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And Sedina Reed, Jerry Reed's little girl. And you guys be good. Have a fun night. Now, I don't know where. There they are. There's Kim. All right. Hello. Believe or something like that is a song called Today Is Mine, and it was written by Jerry Hubbard, which was Jerry Reed.
That's right.
And it was one of those great songs of your dad's that never was a single. And there were, if you start mining those songs, you could see how careful they were. You know, you can only put out 2 or 3 singles at a time, and they were very prolific in those days of putting out stuff. And that's a great song. Today Is Mine. If you ever get a chance to look that up, it's a wonderful Today Is Mine, Today Is Mine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There's a Jerry Reed song on
Basic?
Adios, too, right?
Oh, yeah, there is.
There is, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just so thrilled that we can talk about it because Glenn
loves
won
Jerry.
today, so how cool is
Yeah.
that?
It's awesome. We're so thankful to Willie for singing on the song with him, and I mean, it's an incredible. Willie was such a great writer. Glenn loved him and respected him so much, so he would be really excited to know that he won.
I went back and looked at all those original. Eddie Arnold was one of the, I think, before they even had this, it was in a banquet room. And then the second year, Glenn won
for Entertainer of the Year. And then he had a long history on this show, I think, of hosting it and doing a lot of and playing on it and coming to every other thing we ever asked him to do here. He was wonderful. We did a show either for Ralph Emery or Minnie Pearl that he came and did, and he was in an all-star band. That was a lot of fun. I produced that one. So Alzheimer's, we've talked about this before. My mother passed away from that. I'm so glad that it's getting a lot of attention now, and we got to keep it going, though, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I started a foundation called the Care Living Foundation to encourage caregivers to take care of themselves and to create compassion for caregivers. A lot of times they're forgotten and many times become the second victim. It's a really hard road, you know, to take care of somebody 24/7. So I'm looking forward to the new year, the Care Living Foundation, and helping caregivers. And Ashley's got a single coming out.
Yeah, that's true. This month.
Let me ask you about this, because I was really wondering. I think you avoid it to some degree. Maybe you don't. Maybe I got it wrong. I kind of want you to sing at least something of your dad's when you're out there doing something. And I know you want to establish yourself as an artist, but do you kind of maybe avoid a little bit of doing a Glen Campbell song? Or you think it's, I don't know.
I like to do Gentle on My Mind because it's how I got my start playing banjo, and I love playing that song. It's by John Hartford, and I do a really fun banjo solo in it, so I do add it to the show, yeah.
Are there any others that you would perform? Have you ever, like Wichita Lineman, which I think they're doing tonight? What are songs that you wouldn't that you would touch? Gentle on My Mind is, that's one of the most famous songs that's ever come out of Nashville. I think it used to win the BMI or ASCAP award for like one of the most plays in history.
Yeah, I'd probably dig more into the deeper cuts. Like I'd consider doing Shattered someday. That's a great one by Jimmy Webb.
I haven't checked this lately, but I would think Glen's streams of people going and searching for songs on like iTunes and things like that. I bet that's been people doing a lot of digging into album cuts and more discovery.
Yeah, I think people are really, now that he's gone, they're taking time to really think back and appreciate, the great contribution he made to country music, to American music. He was the first crossover artist, so.
Has there been any talk at Capitol of putting out like a duets album again or something like that? Hey, Jack. Is that all secret if there is? They've got so many great things to mind.
I have a little bit of a secret, so, we got secrets.
Everybody's got secrets.
Yeah.
We got secrets.
I love the duets as much as I love anything. He did with Anne Murray, and he had so many, great things over the years. Bobby Gentry, and just you can go on and on. All right, the Campbells are here. Glen Campbell is a winner tonight. Vocal event of the year. It's great to hear with Willie Nelson. Funny How Time Slips Away. And all you got to do is go to iTunes, put Funny How Time Slips Away. There'll be about 100 versions, but one of the best is Willie and Glen Campbell. Nice to see you guys again. Thank you. Thank you. All righty. Thank you, ladies. All right. Thank you, guys. And all of a sudden, we got a crowd in here. Like crickets, and then all of a sudden, kaboom. Well, everybody, that was good. The Campbell family. Who? Oh, okay. I see her. And Jack Ingram, who's a great guy. He's drinking some kind of Spodioti wine. All right, Alex, stay with me here. Get a wider shot of the field, and then we're gonna. Somebody just sang Elvira, but I don't know why. Oh, Cam might be playing host. I think she's a host tonight, yeah. want to stand in front of the camera, but. All right, Facebook folks, we're just chasing people left and right and left and right and left and right. I don't know who this is. That's Kip. All right, Facebookers, let's see if Mac McAnally's coming over here. He's band leader for Jimmy Buffett. Well, he's going. Well, that's hard for me to do, but yeah, okay. I'll try to get her. I'm going to go, well, what's worse? I'm going to put her right here, get her away from that. Ready? When we last saw you, we were shooting skeet.
Oh, Lord, I remember that. I think I got one.
Hey, that's all right. That's not bad.
My first time doing that.
You're pregnant again. Your husband's doing great in football. This last year's been sort of fun for you, hasn't it?
It's been a great year. I can't complain about 2017. It's been good. It's been good.
You worry about him when he goes out there and plays, you know, because there's so many people that get hurt and everything. It's a scary business. It has to be for a loved one.
I think luckily in Eric's position, the likelihood of him getting trampled is not as high, luckily, and he's very fast, so I have confidence in how quick-footed he is that I know he can get away.
Run away from those fat guys out there so they don't jump on top of him. Tell me about your new music.
I just released an album a few weeks ago called Southern Girl City Lights, and it debuted at #1 on Billboard Country Charts, so I'm very proud of that. And I'm going to have this baby, and then I will be headlining a tour.
How many babies do you have now?
This is my third.
This is the third.
Yeah.
How old are they?
I have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Oh, these are baby. They don't even know what Daddy does, really, at this point.
They do know what Daddy does. Anytime we arrive at the stadium, my 2-year-old son yells, "Football, Daddy!" He gets very excited.
What do you get most excited about when you come to these things? I know it's a lot of trouble to dress up and all of that, but is the little girl in you kind of looking around saying, oh, this is really cool?
Yeah, absolutely, every single time, and I think that's what should keep us all humble, is all of us were little kids and did dream about being able to be here on this red carpet and being in around all these incredible performers. I just think it's really good to never lose sight of that, but it is exciting. I always pinch myself. I'm very grateful.
And good luck with the baby, and tell your husband, go Titans.
Go Titans. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Jesse James Decker.